Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Chronicle, where my hair always looks so different once I press record. All I mean by that is that I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, my hair looks good. And then I press record and I'm like, my hair looks different from what it looked in the mirror. It's just, different. It's weird to see like how the camera sees, you know what I'm saying, versus like how the human eye sees, or not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because like you can look at the ocean and you're like, wow, that's so cool. And then when you take a photo of it with your phone, you're like, oh, that's suddenly less cool. Yeah, my hair is like that right now. I messed it up and now I'm trying to get it to go back to where it was. Come on now. Go on, get. I have the right part, so I'm not used to it. Okay, I really now see that little part's bugging me. I want that to go away. Not a good start to this. To this. Get over there. Get over there. Man, I might need to go fix that in the mirror. You know what? We're just gonna rock with it. Here. Perfect. Okay. Beautiful. Um, anyway, we should start with the goals, as per usual. They're still the same from last week. So I'm pretty sure I'm fully recovered from my dissociative episode. Still don't know what that was or is, but I'm feeling better now. I feel, more like myself. I feel like my thoughts are more coherent. I feel like I can think straight again. Um, yeah, so the goals are still to catch up on guitar and piano. I haven't been doing much of anything this week. Oops. Yeah, I should probably put another X on those. I have been reading the Action Bible. That was one of my New Year's resolutions. It's going good. Um, Making good progress for sure, for sure. I'm not doing it daily, but whenever I do read it, I do make good progress. So yeah, I'll definitely have that done by the end of the year, assuming I keep doing that, which I should. Um, what else is on there? Yeah, I haven't been smelling the oils that I have just off camera, as I've said before. I think I'm gonna do that after this. I was also supposed to practice my instruments more this week. I'm not behind yet, but I'm very close with guitar. If I don't practice Monday through Thursday, not gonna get those four practices, and that's what I'm supposed to do. That's what I want to do. I feel a bit more like mellow today, and it's probably just because I stayed up late last night at a sleepover, and I didn't have a whole lot of caffeine. I had a little bit, but it was like hardly anything. I've been having mud water, which is mushroom coffee. Always wanted to try it. Ever since I saw it on the ad, I was like, it's mushroom coffee? What? What does that even mean? And I feel like it's pretty cool. I feel like it does help me focus a little bit more. Not like quite the power up that caffeine usually gives me, because that's what I like. Energy drinks. I have one right here. Look right there, just off camera. But I don't want to. I don't want to support one. It doesn't matter. Look, yippee. I like buying energy drinks through the QT app whenever they like have a deal, and then I store it for later. Usually weekends. Anyway, talking about mud water. So yeah, so it's like I like caffeine because it literally feels like a power up. Like I feel faster, stronger. I feel like I can run faster, jump higher, think smarter, think faster. But it's got its side effects. Like it heightens all of my emotions, which is like kind of annoying because I'm not a big fan of those. And then included in those is emotions is anxiety. So it spikes my anxiety a little bit, but it's not like a huge deal. But the mud water, yeah, it's just a little bit more mellowed out, pretty much. Yeah. Goals. Yeah, I haven't been doing much in towards of working through the Steam library. I've been thinking about it a lot. Just haven't been doing it because, like, what's more fun than Helldivers? Like, I'm thinking about just doing an autistic rant video about Helldivers because I just love Helldivers so much. It's a fun game. I've got over 600 hours as of recording this. Max level, all stratagems unlocked, ship fully upgraded, all weapons unlocked. Well, actually, not technically all of them, because I haven't been buying some of the recent war bonds because they kind of suck. But I need to stop talking about Helldivers before I talk about it forever. Back to the goals, staying on task. Yeah, so I don't think I got my practices in this week technically, but I'm hoping to get them in next week. I do not have work in the morning, which is why I wanted to mention I think this is the fanciest shirt I've ever worn on the channel. And usually that's because I end up putting on a work shirt because I like to sleep in my clothes for tomorrow. So I'll have like a work shirt on, and I'll go to sleep in that, or like a tank top that I'll just like sleep in or whatever. But I noticed this and I was like, I can't think of a thumbnail where I'm wearing a shirt this nice. But I mean, I talked about it like forever ago, and by forever ago it was probably like maybe, I don't know, 10 weeks ago. But I know I talked about getting this shirt, going to Ross, getting clothes that I like, clothes that feel more like me. Um, yeah, but it's like I've never worn this for one of these before, because like I think I don't usually shower on Sundays, or do I? I don't know, because that would also dictate whether I have a nice shirt on or not. Because if I was wearing a nice shirt earlier but I showered, I would then change into what I would wear for tomorrow, which is always work because it's Monday. But tomorrow is Labor Day, so I don't have work tomorrow. So I could technically get a guitar practice after this, but I'm just kind of tired. I think it's from the sleepover, staying up late, and then also about this time on a Sunday I would be, winding down. So I'll probably just finish this and go to sleep, and then wake up tomorrow and I don't know what I'll do. I'm trying to think. I was texting a couple friends, but I think they're both busy. So I guess I'll text other friends. I'm hoping to get into the gym regularly again, starting tomorrow. And I'm also taking creatine, not only for the physical benefits, but I've heard it has mental benefits too, which Lord knows I could use. Um, so yeah, that's probably what I'll do tomorrow. But staying on track with the goals. Yeah, I've been reading the Action Bible, not smelling my oils, which I should be doing, not doing the Steam library, but that's like optional. And like I wanted to like record like clearing out my Steam library, right? So it was just like a bunch of series of games. But like recording kind of takes the fun out of it, but like only if I let it. But I feel like if I didn't let it, then it wouldn't be as fun to watch. So it's like, do I want to make content or do I want to just record my experience? And honestly, I've said it before, that's the point of the channel is to record my experience. I don't have to make it entertaining or fun, right? I do it for me. This whole channel, I made it for me. It's my outlet to just, make me feel better, right? It's really a self-help thing. Like I've said before, it is, multifaceted. There's different reasons I made it, but I feel like above all, it probably should be, for my benefit because Lord knows I need it. Um, and I think, yeah, it's about time to get into the journal. We are now exclusively using Jorbil the second. Whoops. Uh, yeah, because I filled out Jorbil the first. He's full now, and now we're on this guy. I don't know how many pages it has, but yeah, because the first Jorbil ran for about 6 months, I think. I did take note of that in one of these reports. But I don't know how long this will last. It's also I'm only technically contractually obligated to until the end of this year. But I think it could be cool to keep it up indefinitely, because it's like look, it's like my life is in here. It's written down in here by me. I wrote my life down in here, and you can read it, which is just kind of cool because it's like, what was I doing on this day, at this time, writing this down. Anyway, yeah. Monday. The weather was so nice today that I simply had to enjoy it, so I hit up my friend, and she was actually free. We just went to a park, and we walked around and chatted the whole time, and it was so fun, especially because I hadn't seen her since March, when we went on a trip together with another friend. Actually, two more friends. I know, that was the zoo. I hadn't seen her since the zoo, so if you can think back to when that report was, that was the last time I saw her. Um, I didn't really do anything other than that today, but it's okay. I really need to lock into the main objective again. I liked having purpose. Then there's a quote, he builds bridges when he's drunk. I won't explain that, it's just kind of funny. Yeah, so Monday, it was a lot of fun to see my friend again, because like I said, I hadn't seen her since March. And I've talked about that. I've talked about why. It's just because she did that thing that straight people sometimes do, where they get a job and a boyfriend or girlfriend, and you kind of just never see them again. So I was super surprised to see that just like on a whim. I was like, "Hey, are you free?" She was like, "Yeah." And then we went to the park, and yeah, we just walked around and chatted. It was a lot of fun. Um, yeah, that's about all I have to say about that. I do need to lock into the main objective. I have been thinking about it a lot. I just haven't been doing about it a lot, which is what I need to do. I need to start doing things about it. Um, but yeah, it's just, I mean, I've talked about all of it before. It's hard to commit to something knowing that it could be not what I want. And like the whole KU thing was a bust, man. Like that sucks. Like my brain is like, we just need to get in college. We just need to get in college and everything will be okay. And during that little like span of time that I was in college, everything was mostly okay. Yeah. Um, that was Monday pretty much. Tuesday, today after work, I didn't do much other than eat a little oatmeal before going to going to a friend's to hang out with another friend. But guess who texted me? My friend. Not the two that not even the three or four that I was just referring to, but another one. It was the one that unfriended me. Technically, it's up for debate whether what really happened or what didn't happen. But yeah, they texted me, and I had a feeling that they would. And then they did, so that's cool. Um, but yeah, we just talked about being friends again, and I want to say that's about it. Yeah, they were like, "How do you feel about it?" And I was like, "Well, um, yeah, that's about all that happened on Tuesday. Scheduled time with my friend, and then the friend who unfriended me texted me, and that was Tuesday. Wednesday, after work today, I did pretty much nothing except prep lunch for tomorrow. I want to practice my instrument, but I'm so tired, and doing that is like the epitome of Sisyphus activity. I did do a little drawing, but it's nothing good, of course. I'm still plotting on the main objective, and I was supposed to work on it today, but I got too tired. Maybe tomorrow, though. And then the quote at the end is my middle part is low-key fire, which is up for debate. Um, that was Wednesday. I'm trying to remember what else happened. Oh yeah, Sisyphus activity. I'm sure you're all familiar with Sisyphus, the guy who's got to roll a rock, big rock, all the way up a hill, just so it can roll back down again. That's what practicing my instruments kind of feels like because um, it's like I gotta practice the same playlist 4 times a week. It's just like it's just not fun, honestly. Like it used to be, but I've talked about all of it before. Um, I'm not learning many new songs on piano. So I'm just, for years, I've been practicing the same playlist. I'm feeling kind of burnt out. I think about being a session musician. I could maybe get a degree in music and then become a session musician. That'd be, like I said, that's a dream job, actually. I just, I feel like that's all it is, a dream. I don't know if it's actually possible. I guess I should probably try, if it is my dream job. Yeah. That was Wednesday. Thursday, after work today, I played so much Helldivers. My friend was also going to get the game, and I was super hyped for that, but it turns out she can't get it on her Xbox, so that sucks. After that, I got a piano practice in and prepped lunch, so hopefully I'll finally be able to get 4 practices in on both instruments for once. And the quote is, "I saved so many cadets today." Yeah, actually, one thing I should note, which I haven't, I forgot to note it in the journal, is I've been eating a lot recently, which is good. I'm pretty sure I don't have an eating disorder. It's just that, I get nauseous, so sometimes it's hard for me to eat a lot. But like this week, I've been eating a lot. I've been prepping lunch and breakfast for work always. Um, and then I usually eat at least one more meal when I get home. Sometimes a fairly big meal. And like, I don't see a point in starving myself, right? If I'm hungry, my body needs food. I know that, so if I can't eat, I'm gonna eat. When I say I can't eat, it's because I can't eat. I'm probably just too nauseous or something. But yeah, I've been eating a lot this week, which is good. And I've got a little worried about it, especially because I do want to get back into the gym, and I know I'm gonna eat more if I do that. Just because I'm afraid I'm gonna eat so much I'll run out of money. But I feel like that's a pretty unrealistic fear. You know what I'm saying? Fix that. Like, there's no way that I start working out so much that I just start eating so much that I just end up going broke. But I'm not technically at the stage of my life where if I stop working I'll get evicted, but I like to live like that because I said this before, I have standards for myself. I'm not gonna show up on my parents' doorstep and say, "Can I come live with you?" Because I know both my parents love me and they'd probably say yes. If I did show up on their doorstep one day and say, "Hey, I'm out of money and I need a place to live," um, like I'm sure they would house me until I could get back on my feet, or at least I'm pretty sure. Like I don't doubt it, but it's like, you know, yeah, I don't doubt it for sure. But if if it's like, what am I trying to say? I don't even know. There's like 1% doubt. Like it's worth asking, but I'm sure they'd be like, "Yeah, buddy, I love you." uh, is what I'm thinking. Thursday, yeah, so I played a bunch of Helldivers because I didn't have music lessons this Thursday because my teacher was, I guess, taking a vacation or something. Oh yeah, and then also on Thursday, yeah, I want to say it was that same Thursday, Helldivers 2 released on Xbox. It was originally a PlayStation PC exclusive, and they had planned to not release it on Xbox, and then they released it on Xbox. And my friend has an Xbox, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get to play one of my favorite games ever with my friend. And then it turns out her Xbox is can't run it. It just said that it wasn't playable on her device. I don't know if it was because she has an Xbox One and it's on S and X Xboxes, um, or if she just bought a really old Xbox S that doesn't have good enough hardware for it. Um, yeah, either way she can't run it, which sucks. Oh yeah, and the quote at the end. I saved so many cadets today. Because it's on Xbox now, there's a bunch of newbies, and I see all these newbies. Well, on the high, well, I say this, I put it in quotes, but they actually are newbies. On these high difficulty missions, and they're dying. They're dying left and right to one of the hardest. The Terminids have a special faction called the Predator Strain, which is just harder. It's got more enemies that are faster and they kill you faster. So people were dying left and right, and I was like, these kids don't know what they're doing. So I, the seasoned veteran, have to come in and save them. Not really, but that's what it felt like. It was fun. Um, yeah, that was Thursday. Friday, in quotes, because it was written at 12:11 a.m. I was supposed to be a bit more productive today, but I mostly just played Helldivers again until my friend got online, and then we played Peak. That's about all, to be honest. Tomorrow should be better in terms of productivity and fun. And the quote is, might have to check into rehab for my Helldivers addiction. So yeah, I remember I've talked about this I think once before. When I was a kid, I wondered if I would be happy with my life if all I did was work a job and then come home and play video games. And let me tell you, it's not the worst life if I'm being honest. It's fairly fun, especially with the work that I do. I work in a factory, I can have my headphones on, I can listen to audiobooks, podcasts, music, right? I can have all these kinds of media in my ear to keep me entertained at my boring factory job. So it's like that's not a bad gig, and it pays well too. I can live off it. But it's like I just feel like I'm wasting my potential there. You know what I'm saying? And I know that sounds kind of pretentious and arrogant, and I really try not to be. Despite my fancy what do I want to say? My hoity-toity haircut and my fancy color block polo shirt with a zipper. Um, but I try not to come off as too like uppity. Um, and I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I just feel like I feel like I'm better. I feel like I'm better than a factory job. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't want to do that. I want to go to college. I want to do something that isn't factory work. So yeah, it's honestly not the worst, but it's not what I want, and I want something else, right? I need to find that. Um, and I've been thinking about doing that. Like I said, all of this week I was thinking about doing it, but I hadn't been doing anything. So I think next week for sure I'll lock in. Maybe I'll put yeah I'll do that right now. One of the goals for next week will be oops, here we go. Because I know lock in, and then let me do like a whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's try and roll with it. Boop 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 boop, and then boop boop. Yeah, lock in. Whoops. Oh my gosh. I don't like this. Whoever invented this, it's pretty cool, but I feel like these sticky notes don't stick as well as just the regular ones that don't, come out all accordion style. So let me go put this on there. Whoop. All right, and we'll just say that the goal to lock in means do something, right? Take an action, do something, good or bad, don't matter. Oh yeah, I was gonna try and keep this short, but it doesn't really matter because I don't have work in the morning, so I can just go to sleep. Yippee! Yeah, so that was Friday. Yeah, a lot of this week was just playing Helldivers when I was supposed to be, trying to, find my purpose in life. Type shift. Um, but I mean, yeah, it was fun. Went to work, came home, played Helldivers, repeat, rinse and repeat. Um, And there's definitely let me tell you, some good things are happening. Like I said, I talked about in the journal a lot. I've been prepping lunches because one of my issues was I wasn't eating enough for lunch. Well, now that I have found a few solutions that work for lunch, I'm getting sick of them. I'm getting comfortable with them, and that's what I noticed is whenever I have enough necessity, I will start to seek variety. Right? There is no variety to necessity. Since I moved in, to this apartment with my sister and roommate, my sandwiches, the sandwiches that I've eat, they have stayed the exact same. Minimal upgrades. It's turkey, ham, mayo, Gouda cheese, bread. Right? Sometimes I'll put vegetables on there, but that's the base of the sandwich, and I've never gotten sick of that because, it's just I haven't had the luxury, the liberty to mix it up. I've upgraded them to become work lunches, which is good. But it's like when I was living with my dad, I would get sick of that sandwich. I couldn't eat that, all the time. So I'd mix it up. I'd get salami, roast beef, chicken, and I'd swap those in, different kinds of cheeses. But it's like whenever I'm sort of in this, scared kind of space where I'm like, oh my gosh, and I'm worrying about food, I'm not worried about how it tastes. I just need it to fill me up. But now that I've been having spaghetti, sandwiches, and tuna, yeah, for lunches for like the past 2 weeks. And now it's like, I feel like I could have something else. The issue is I don't know what else I want to have. I've figured that out. I could just mix up the sandwiches. I could mix in the different meat, cheese, etc. I don't know how to change the spaghetti. Maybe I could like use a white sauce, but I usually just buy like some marinara. Maybe I could change the seasoning, but like I don't know. For the tuna, I could change that recipe as well. I could use different mustard. I could put in more vegetables. Put it on bread instead of crackers. Change the crackers. Different vegetables. Yeah. And then with sandwiches, you got infinite customizability, which is why I like sandwiches a lot. Yeah. Can't remember why I was saying all that. Work lunches, comfortability, necessity, variety. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Saturday, written in quotes because it was written at 2:40 in the morning. This was yesterday, technically earlier today. I'm writing this barely awake, eyes heavy under the cool blue LED light in my friend's room because I'm having a sleepover with another friend. Those two friends are siblings. Not much today, other than that. I had a surprise lunch with my mom that was really good. I also glued my shoes more. Shoes are not meant to last this long, but I like them and want them to last forever, even if they get a little uglier each time. And then the quote is, we were parallel playing. Yeah, so yesterday, I went grocery shopping. Wait, did I? Did I? I can't remember. I don't think I did. But yeah, yesterday I glued my shoes. Yeah, check them out right there in the corner of the frame. My work shoes, and then I want to say there's one of my Converse right there as well. So the Converse, the one there, it's falling apart, man. I need to throw it away. But I like it because it's mine and I like it and I customized it. I have my little paint on the side of it. So I slapped a whole glob of glue on there and hopefully water won't get in it. Because if I stand on a puddle of water, it'll just go right through my shoe because it's full of holes. But I'm pretty sure I glued them all shut now. And then my work shoes, good lord, right there. Yep. Pretty much the rubber on the side was like completely falling off. So I just filled that slot full of glue. There is a hole in one of them. No repairing that. It's just a hole now. But I tried to glue on all the rubber that's coming off, and then hopefully it won't come undone again. Because I noticed when I glued my Converse the first time, you glue it in one spot, and then another spot breaks open. And then it's kind of a loop of gluing one spot and the other. So we'll see how that goes when I go back to work. They do have the long weekend to cure. Is that what you call it? The glue dries, it cures. I think so. Yeah. Um, I did that before going to my friend's house for the sleepover. Okay, so check this out, and this is what I'm saying, because like I feel like it's so hard to follow the story whenever I just say my friend, my friend, my friend. It's like who's who. That's why I'm saying I should give them fake names. That way you can distinguish them. Uh, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I should roll that out next week. I should go through all my friends, give them all fake names, and then that way you can know who I'm talking about, or at least you can sort of. It'll make more sense. It'll make the story easier to follow. So I went to my. So what happened was, me and my friend that have scheduled Splatoon time every week, we're gonna have it on Saturday, 6 p.m. And then it had somehow gotten mentioned that her brother, who is also my friend, I'm friends with both of them. He was having a sleepover with one of his friends. But of course, since they're siblings, they live in the same house. And so he was having a sleepover. And I was like, okay, how about if your brother's having a sleepover, then I'll have a sleepover with you. That way we can have a little double sleepover kind of thing. It'll be a bunch of fun. And it was. So then, gosh, I'm trying to roll where I was going with this. Yeah, I think that's that's about it. I had a sleepover at my friend's house. hmm it was a lot of fun. Blue LED. Yeah, we played Splatoon. We man, it's hard to remember. Splatoon. Man, see, I could say another friend came over, but it's like that makes the story even harder to follow. But another friend did come over, and then she did his makeup. She and my friend did my friend makeup. And then, of course, he wiped it off like a few minutes later. She put lipstick on me, too, which I wasn't a big fan of. But she was like, please, please, please. And I was like, okay, sure. So she got a kick out of it, which is cool. So it wasn't the worst. Oh, yeah, the quit at the end. We were parallel playing. What happened was I was playing Helldivers on my friend, who was her younger brother and also my friend. This is laptop. So I was playing Helldivers on the laptop. She was playing a rhythm game on the TV. She was like, oh my gosh, we're parallel playing. Where we were both playing different games at the same time in the same room. And it was a lot of fun. And then we did the makeup, went to Walmart, got like candy. Oh, I forgot my Skittles there. I bought these new kinds of Skittles. They were Skittles Shriekers. So a whole new set of flavors, and they would randomly be sour. They were pretty good, actually. Um, what else did we do there? I don't know. I feel like my brain is just completely dying right now. It's not even 11 p.m. Yeah, my shoes, glued those up. Friend, hung out with, slept over. Yeah. Oh boy. I want to say that leads us to today. Gosh, today. Today I did go grocery shopping. I got some more yogurt, and I got some creatine, got some more canned soup, and then I got some bread and some jelly. Not that it's important. I went grocery shopping, had my older sister and roommate. I had her birthday lunch at Dad's house. She brought over some of her friends and her boyfriend. It was a lot of fun. Good food, good times. I practiced piano while I was there on the acoustic. That was really good. Then I came home. I made a sandwich, took some ibuprofen because I think I'm getting sick, but I'm not sure. But I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I took some vitamin C and some ibuprofen. So hopefully I don't wake up feeling awful tomorrow. What else? Yeah, I'm not behind on guitar practices yet, but I'm doing good on piano practices. I've got 2 so far. That's half the ones that I need. And I think that's everything. That leads us to here. I feel like this one was so low energy, but I just feel so low energy. Yeah. But next week, is that where I stuck that one right there? We're gonna lock in. We're gonna do something. I might make a profile on Indeed. I might apply for a job or something. I might get an interview. Thinking about emailing UMKC, getting a music degree. Have I ever yawned in one of these? I'm sure I have. Yeah, hoping to work out, hoping to do more. I'm hoping to do more and be more. Yippee! Yeah. Thank you all for watching. I will see you guys in the next report. Bye.